A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Nicolai T. Saidame. I'm the Head Executive Assistant of the National Commission of Muslim Affairs. Muslim Filipinos, sorry. I'm here in behalf of Secretary Saidame Pangarungan of NCMF, and I'm here to address his message for this today's press conference. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this press conference. I'm pleased to have this press conference just before the 4th International Islamic Finance Conference, which will be held starting this Sunday, November 24 up to Tuesday, November 25 at the Manila Hotel. The International Islamic Finance Conference, or IIFC, is organized by the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, together with the Department of Foreign Affairs, to discuss, among others, the sustainability of Islamic banking and finance in this country. As I said, we are now on its 4th series. The theme of this series is strengthening Islamic banking and finance in the Philippines toward a global halal economy. Recently, the President signed RA 11439 into law. This is the law that provides for the organization and establishment of Islamic banks in the country. The significance of this law is that conventional banks can now open their own window for Islamic banking transactions. So we expect to see more Islamic banking transactions in the very near future from conventional banks, in addition to the establishment of more Islamic banks. The 4th IIFC is therefore significant because we will not only discuss the theoretical aspects of Islamic banking. We will delve into the more practical and concrete side of it. Regulatory framework, innovative Sharia-compliant products, market positioning, capability building, challenges, and opportunities. It is really about the exciting part, the meat and potatoes of the subject. The 4th IIFC has gathered various personalities from the academe, industry leaders, experts, and policymakers. And I can't help but be excited that we are able to generate such quality of attendees and participants. I really believe that the 4th IIFC will be a catalyst. I am confident that at the end of the conference, the participants, both from the public and private sector, will have drawn important lessons that they can take with them and implement in their respective institutions. But there is more work to be done. I assure the public that more conferences like this will be organized in the future. Also, the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos is working closely with the Bangko Sentral of the Philippines and other agencies to promote capacity building. We expect in the near future to discuss and hopefully promulgate the regulatory framework. Thank you, and I will be happy to take your question. This is the press conference made by Secretary Saidame Pangarungan of the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos. Shukran. Thank you.
Any attendance you want to intend to attend that conference? Do you have estimated crowd?
More or less, we are expecting that there will be at least 300 attendees or guests, inshallah, God willing.
Coming from what sector of the country?
From various sectors such as the academy, halal experts, the banking community, and other also representative from other agencies and offices.
Sir, anong sistema ng ano ito? Yung banking and finance, parang any Muslim members banking pwedeng umutang dyan or pwedeng anong format po niyan, sir?
Actually,
Lapit lang yung microphone. Para mas malinaw.
Sistema dyan ng naka-borrow dyan, makakautang dyan.
Actually, for the information for the public, yeah, Islamic banking is not only for Muslims; it's for everyone, everybody. So that includes the non-Muslims as well.
All right.
We would like to inform you that just like in Amana Bank, we were surprised that majority of its clients and customers are non-Muslims. And Amana Bank is practicing Islamic finance, which is Sharia compliant.
Anong target po nyo today? Yan, mag-start.
So actually, before this for IIFC, we already conducted various seminar workshop from different provinces and regions, particularly in the south. And then we were able to show them and discuss with them all about halal promotion and development, and also Islamic banking and finance. So we're expecting that by next year, this will be in full swing, mag-take off po kami.
Sir, ano po yung difference ng normal banking sa Islamic banking?
Okay, sa okay, we all know yung commercial banking, how is yung mga practice niya. But here in Islamic banking, we observe strictly yung Sharia compliance. This is based on our religion sa Islam, especially mga Quranic practices in relation po sa mga business activity, dealings between persons and business communities. So I just give you or cite an example. Like of course, sa amin sa Islam, we engage only kung ano yung sa religion namin that permits us. So when we say permission, that is halal. And when we say prohibition, that is haram. Yeah. So like katulad niyan, sa mga Sharia compliance banks, they do not grant mga loans sa mga business activities that are illicit or illegal, such as so yung alcohol, gambling, and any illegal acts related.
So napag-uusapan na po ba ngayon yung IRR since kakapirma lang po dito ni KRT?
Okay.
And kasama rin po ba ang NCMF sa pagbabalangkas ng IRR?
Yes. Actually, lately, nagkaroon ho ng mga workshop sponsored by the Asia Development Bank and the PSP. Sa ngayon, wala pang IRR kasi bago pa lang itong law ng Islamic Banking and Finance that was signed this year, headed by Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano. And then, wala pa daw silang IRR kasi tinuturo pa lamang sa kanila itong all about Islamic banking and finance. And that's the time various agencies concerned shall implement yung mga IRR. For example, ang BSP, ang PDIC, ang Anti-Money Laundering Council, bago pa naman to. So we expect in the few months to come, ipopresent na nila yung lahat ng mga IRR ng mga respective offices and agencies.
So ibig sabihin po ba nito na hindi lang siya Al-Amana Bank? So lahat
Yes.
ng bangko sa buong Pilipinas, magkakaroon na siya ng parang separation from normal banking to Islamic banking.
Yes.
So even BDO, even yung mga commercial banks natin, makakapagbigay na sila ng parang Islamic financial aid sa mga Muslim, or I mean, hindi naman aid, pero kumbaga makakapag-impok na dun yung mga Muslim.
Yeah. This will in turn, pag na-inform yung mga banks, and if these commercial banks are interested, we will create a window para ma-provide yung mga underserved Muslim Filipinos and also the non-Muslim Filipinos as well. Yun ang purpose para matulungan yung mga nangangailangan. As long as it is Sharia compliant.
So sir, pagdating sa Islamic banking and finance, di ba, sa commercial bank, merong loans, tapos may mga patong.
Yes,
So sa Islamic
exactly.
banking din po ba, may loans at may patong din po ba to? Or wala? Wala tayong
Interest.
loans or interest?
That's true. Kasi sa Islamic banking and finance, pinagbabawal kasi yung interest o yung tinatawag namin na riba, which is yun ang interest, bawal po sa Islam po yan. Kung meron man tayo sinasabi, I cannot use the word pato, only yung mga service fees, yun lang. Pwede
Service
yun.
charges lang.
Service charges, miscellaneous, but yung interest po, yun po ang yun na pwede tawag natin na halal. Haram pala, sorry.
Haram.
Prohibited. Prohibition. Yes.
Sir, I don't know if sa Mindanao lang yung Amana Bank. Kasama ba sa planning ng NCMF na magkaroon nationwide?
Actually, we have a current Amana Bank branch that recently opened. It is located in Green Hills.
Yes.
So, doon po malalaman nyo na yung majority po ng mga clients doon are non-Muslims. So, ngayon, nag-uumpisa ulit yung Amana Bank. Actually, Amana Bank was matagal na po yan since 1975. In fact, it is the first Amana Bank na nagkaroon dito sa Philippines. Here in Asia pa. In Asia.
Sino ho directly mag-supervise nito? Is it the government o may private sector kayo na kataya to supervise this project?
This will be done or to be led by the Bangko Sentral of the Philippines. And syempre, lahat ng mga commercial banks, lahat naka-tie up under BSP. So, this will be presented to them. And I hope that the commercial banks will take this opportunity.
Ano ho
For the
ang
window to be provided for the underserved clients.
ano expectation nyo po na ito po ay mas makakatulong talaga and susuportahan ng mga bangko, yung mga existing banks and the customer, the clients themselves?
Yes, kasi alam nyo, two things. First, because of the creation of the farm, which is may implement na, we expect maraming domestic and foreign investors that will pour in. So, usually kasi, pag like in Middle East countries or other Muslim countries who are interested to invest here, they always follow that yung system, which is Sharia compliance. So, dito po papasok yung Islamic finance and banking. And then, sa ngayon, because of we really need an information drive dito Amana Bank, we not only focus sa ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters, but nationwide as well.
Sir, pwede makilala yung katabi niyo?
Okay, I would like to introduce you our Chief of sa Halal and Islamic Banking and Finance ng Bureau of Muslim Economic Affairs, Chief Hakim Lumundo.
That's very good.
Po, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ako po si Abdul Hakim Lumondot from the Bureau of Muslim Economic Affairs. And ang bureau po namin ang nangangasiwa ng ating papalapit na 4th International Islamic Finance Conference. So kami po yung bureau na naatasan upang i-implement ang programang ito. The 4th International Islamic Finance Conference is fully funded by the Department of Foreign Affairs. So this is a partnership between the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos and the Department of Foreign Affairs. And ngayon po, ito na po ang ika-4 na yugto ng ating International Islamic Finance Conference. We done it since 2014. And up to now, we've been doing the International Islamic Finance Conference, and because of the recent signing of RA 11439, or also known as the Islamic Banking Law, ang focus po natin ngayon sa pang-apat nating IIFC is ang Islamic banking. So yun po yung ating main priority ngayon, is to encourage the commercial banks or the conventional banks here in the Philippines na sumali na rin sa Islamic banking. But we are not encouraging them to transform or transition their entire bank into an Islamic bank. No. It has been done by other countries and other banks in other Muslim countries na may mga conventional banks sila na may mga Islamic banking window. So they can still do their conventional banking system and at the same time an Islamic banking window to provide an alternative for their clienteles, not just for their Muslim clienteles but also for others. Nabanggit nga po kanina ni Head Executive Assistant Nico na may mga, ang Al-Amana Bank, the only Islamic bank right now in the Philippines na majority, 80% of their clienteles nga are non-Muslims. So we are introducing Islamic bank to the rest of the country as an alternative, an interest-free banking, which is a Sharia compliant o tumutupad sa mga batas ng Islam na kung saan may papakita din namin ang kagandahan ng Islamic banking dito sa Pilipinas. Tawag dito, ironic pakinggan that Philippines has the first Islamic bank in the entire Asia. But we may be the first, but right now we are no longer the leading. So kami ay tawag dito, umaasa na sana itong pagkakapirma ng bagong batas na Islamic banking, ibumalik ang Pilipinas bilang isa sa mga nangunguna sa Islamic banking. So we are not just also encouraging other banks or conventional banks na sumali dito sa bandwagon ng Islamic banking, pero umaasa din kami na malay nyo may mga malalaking negosyante na rin na magbukas ng kanilang mga Islamic banks. So this Islamic banking will be fully tawag dito, operated or regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, just like any other banks.
Hindi siya magkukulapse o babagsak o lulugi. Someday kasi sabi niyo, walang masyadong interest. And then, yung mga bangko, di ba, meron silang interest rates, no? Di ba? Pero dito, mas mababa pa siya para kunin doon. And then, anong result? Baka later on ay ma-dissolve dahil sa walang interest.
So far naman, witness ang iba't ibang Islamic banks all over the world. Wala pa namang nagko-collapse. Even ang Al-Amana Islamic Bank, kahit napakalit ng kanilang clienteles, is until now functioning since the 1970s. Yun nga lang, hindi siya, it may be not just like how any conventional banks are working or operating, may mga kanya-kanya ding paraan ng Islamic Bank kung paano kumita na on a halal way, na hindi gamit ang interest base. Yun nga, isa sa mga tawag dito, kagandahan ng Islamic Bank is they want you to grow with them or they want to grow with you. So, just like for example, if you're gonna apply for a business loan with an Islamic bank, pwedeng hindi po interest yung kanilang habol sa inyo, but a profit shared, profit and loss sharing, kumbaga, ang pinapatupad ng Islamic banking. So, yun po yung isa sa mga paraan kung paano kumikita ang isang Islamic bank.
Yung foresight nyo na magbo-boom na sector ng business na magbo-boom na pwedeng katayap dito. What's the trending for 2020, this coming 2020?
Well, nakikita namin na malaki yung tawag dito or malakas yung response from conventional banks here in the country. And sa mga kinakandak na training right now ng BSP in partnership with the Asian Development Bank, kung saan ini-involve nila ang ating mga conventional banks, maganda naman yung kanilang initial response patungkol dito sa Islamic banking. Umaasa kami na this 2020, pag natapos na ang IRR, kasi currently right now, BSP is also working on their framework on Islamic banking, so umaasa kami na this 2020, magiging initial approach na natin and hopefully magtutuloy-tuloy na and we'll see kung saan patungo itong tawag dito daan ng Islamic banking. And we are hoping, no, na right now kasi ang Al-Amana Islamic Bank is leading, So they might lead the way for Islamic banking here in the Philippines, and makita din ng ibang conventional banks yung kagandahan ng Islamic bank.
That dito sa Southeast Asian countries, karamihan doon is mga Muslim countries. Right now, we were informed by the SEA Games Organizing Committee that we have to submit yung mga proper Islamic etiquette, yung mga do's and don'ts for the Muslim athletes. And also, isa pa doon, as you can see, that kami dito sa NCMF, we really support our Filipino athletes. So right now, naka-tie up kami sa kanila together with various agencies and offices.
Sir, magpo-provide po ba tayo ng mga prayer rooms?
Yes.
And then, paano po yung pagkain nila? Kasi
Exactly.
mostly mga yung mga representative ng mga iba't ibang bansa from Southeast Asia is mga Muslim.
Correct.
So, magpo-provide po ba ang NCMF ng mga parang accredited na halal restaurants or mga pagkain na halal sa SEA Games?
Yes. That's the reason why the SEA Games Organizing Committee sent us an official letter regarding that matter. So, isa pa doon yung mga important na mga dapat i-consider is yung mga halal foods, yung preparation, transportation, para yung sa mga pagkain nila. Also yung accommodation nila, kailangan organize mo kung nakatutok yung direction sa Mecca, kung saan nag-pray yung mga Muslims. And then, of course, yung prayer mat. And we have to make sure din na yung mga gagamitin nilang facilities such as yung mga ablution. And we will also suggest that if the SEA Games Organizing Committee will provide some kind of a prayer room or prayer hall for the Muslim athletes. So, sa ngayon yung muna ang na-propose namin sa kanila, which we are waiting for their response until na magkaroon kami ng yung final approval ng mga na-propose namin for the Muslim athletes.
How about po dun sa, since yun nga po, yung mga accommodation natin, so syempre, hindi naman lahat ng hotels or lahat ng parang area na ibibigay doon sa mga athletes natin is halal certified. Chine-check din po ba ng NCMF yung mga establishments natin kung nagko-comply po sila?
Well, ang sa amin, we have a list kung alin yung mga certified establishment. And I think yun lang, as of now, yun lang muna ang may sasubmit namin sa SEA Games Organizing Committee.
And we also conducted trainings sa mga hotels na ito and the other establishments that will be providing services for the SEA Games. Nagkaroon na rin po kami ng mga halal awareness training sa kanila, and also how to deal with the delegates or the guests ng mga Muslim, especially the handling of female Muslim guests.
Yes.
So nagkaroon kami ng ganyan. And then we also inspected some of the facilities na kung saan gaganapin ng SEA Games. No? This is very crucial in the part of this government kasi yun nga, majority ng mga delegates at mga guests na ine-expect natin sa darating na SEA Games are Muslims. So, the National Commission of Muslim Filipinos is working hand in hand and closely with the organizing team ng SEA Games para makita natin yung smooth sailing ng SEA Games, especially kung paano natin i-handle yung ating mga bisita. Dito crucial nga na maibigay natin yung magandang serbisyo, especially that we are promoting the tourism of this country as it's more fun in the Philippines. So we want to show this also to our Muslim delegates who are coming here in the country.
So sinabi nga po sir, medyo crucial po yung role ng government ngayon, especially mostly yung mga athletes ay Muslim. So this time ba nakikita nyo na yung government magpo-focus naman siya sa halal industry?
Yes, pero yung dito, that's a good question kasi parang dito kami mag-umpisa. Dito namin may papakita
Ito na po yung eye-opener.
How we will implement it. So hopefully this will work out Kasi kami naman dito sa NCMF, ready naman kami. We have a vast knowledge and information regarding halal. So, in due time, once na ma-finalize namin before the start of the ng SEA Games, may implemento namin na yan na maayos.
Yes.
Regional offices, they follow yung mandate ng NCMF, which is the preservation and development of the tradition, culture, institution, and well-being of every Muslim Filipinos in the country. Ang ginagawa kasi ng mga regional offices namin, nag-iipag-tie up sila sa local government unit, which is good kasi yung karamihan ng mga local government unit, I'll cite an example, in Zamboanga and Davao, they pass an ordinance regarding the support of halal industries and establishment of their community. So they make sure that na-implement ko yung halal law. So like dun sa mga yung cities na minensyon ko, meron no dun yung mga establishment na naka-post dun yung halal certification nila. So that's a good start in the meantime at the local area. But again, yung sinabi ni Chief, there is still a needed more support from the business community. Kasi in fairness po sa halal board led by the DTI, talagang ini-implement nila as much as possible itong halal industry.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Imbitahan natin, sir,
Yes,
ang
okay.
in behalf of the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos under the leadership of Secretary Attorney Saidamin Pangarungan, the upcoming 4th International Islamic Finance Conference will be on November 25 and 26 at the Manila Hotel. And hopefully ito na po yung isa sa pinakaunang hakbang natin on how to implement properly ang Islamic banking dito sa ating bansa. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.